Welcome all. This is our lecture 25, and in this lecture we will learn about some international organizations which deals with intellectual properties, which regulates the rules and form the rules for IP. So let's start with some organizations. The first one is World Intellectual Property Organization. The World Intellectual Property Organization, it is also called WIPO, is one of the 15 specialized agencies of the United Nations. It's an well-recognized agency of UN also. WIPO was created in 1967 to encourage creative activity to promote the protection of intellectual property throughout the world. It deals with IP all over the world. As at present, there are 191 members of UN. As same, WIPO currently has 191 members. States administers 26 international treaties and is headquartered in Geneva, Switzerland. I mean, it have 26 treaties, 26 set of rules which regulates the IP related issues worldwide. WIPO's activities including hosting forums to discuss and shape international IP rules and policies, providing global services that register and protect IP in different countries, resolving transboundary IP disputes, helping connect intellectual property system through uniform standards and infrastructure, and serving as a general reference database on all IP matters. This includes providing reports and statistics on the state of intellectual property or innovation both globally and in specific countries. WIPO also work with governments and non-governmental organizations, NGOs also, and individuals to utilize IP for socio-economic development, and it also take care that the society will be benefited with someone's works. WIPO administers 26 international treaties. We have discussed this earlier. The next one is WTO. We are all know about it. What is this? That is World Trade Organization, WTO. It's an intergovernmental organization that regulates international trade. The WTO officially commenced on 1st January 1995 under the Marrakesh Agreement signed by 124 nations on 15 April 1994. And it have replaced the previous one that deals with trade all over the world, and that was General Agreement on Tariffs and Trades, GATT, that was named, which commenced in 1948. It's the largest international economic organization in the world. WTO deals with regulations of trade in goods, services, and intellectual property between participating countries by providing a framework for negotiating trade agreements and a dispute resolution process aimed at enforcing participants' adherence to WTO agreements, which are signed by representatives of member government. As it's an international body, so the government of a particular state will enter in the agreement, and it's up to the government of a particular country that it should apply the rules in a particular country or not, and what changes it won't. The next one is TRIPS. TRIPS came into force on 1st January 1995, and the full name of it is Trade Related Aspects of Intellectual Property Rights. It also deals with intellectual properties, and it's an international legal agreement between all the member nations of World Trade Organizations. It sets down minimum standards for the regulations by national governments of many forms of intellectual property as applied to nationals of other WTO member nations. TRIPS was negotiated at the end of the Agri round of the General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade (GATT) in 1994 and is administered by the WTO. The TRIPS agreement introduced intellectual property law into the international trading system for the first time and remains the most comprehensive international agreement on IP to date. TRIPS also specifies enforcement procedures, remedies, and dispute resolution procedures, as it provides some rules and some guidelines to the member states also. It lays down minimum standards for protections and enforcement of IP rights in member countries, which are required to promote effective and adequate protections of IP rights with a view to reducing distortions and impediment to international trade. The agreement provides the norms and standards in respect of the following areas of intellectual property, and that are patents, trademarks, copyrights, geographical indications, and industrial designs. These are the main focus, these main areas which deals, and the basic obligation in the area of patents is that the invention in all branches of technology, whether products or processes, shall be patentable if they meet the three tests of being new, involving an inventive step, and being capable of industrial application. For a patent, it's the necessary condition that it must have some industrial application, so that the common people, the society will benefit with the invention. Okay, so this is all done for this lecture. Prepare your notes and be in learning mode always.